Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the ultimate modern fantasy, the idea that absolutely anyone from anywhere can achieve overnight internet stardom. It's a dream that's completely reshaped our culture. But as you're going to see, behind the perfectly curated feeds and skyrocketing follower counts lies a much crueler reality. It's a reality that dictates just how unbelievably fast that same fame can disappear, leaving a pretty devastating emotional toll in its wake. Famous today, forgotten tomorrow. Okay, let's really unpack this. The internet has fundamentally changed the speed of success. I mean, it used to take years, sometimes decades, of nonstop grinding in the entertainment industry to become a household name. Now, a single video, a random joke, or a catchy dance trend is literally all it takes to go from a complete unknown to a global superstar in a matter of hours. The sheer velocity of this transformation is totally unprecedented, but we're finding out that it comes with a massive catch. And that brings us to the most critical question we need to ask today. What happens when the internet just stops caring? Because the spotlight of social media is incredibly bright, for sure, but it is also incredibly restless. So moving past the glamour and the flashing notifications, we're going to uncover the hidden psychological and emotional costs that sudden virality exacts on the creators who wake up to find themselves at the center of the universe. Section 1. The dream of overnight fame. From zero to millions. Before the brand deals and the screaming fans, there's almost always a quiet, unseen struggle. On one hand, you have the reality. Gritty, late-night editing in a tiny bedroom with absolutely zero views. These are just ordinary people chasing a massive dream. But on the other hand is the internet fantasy, the polished, wealthy highlight reel of perfect bodies and luxury vacations that we all see once a creator finally makes it. This stark divide creates a really dangerous illusion that success on the internet is nothing but pure, unadulterated glamour. It's wild, right? This illusion has fundamentally altered human ambition. We've literally entered an era where attention is currency. Think about it. Kids today don't just dream of being doctors or astronauts anymore. A massive percentage want to be influencers. Why? Well, because in this ecosystem, followers become actual power. Views translate directly into serious income, and, most dangerously, the number of likes on a screen begins to dictate a person's entire sense of self-worth. Section 2. When the algorithm chooses you. The mechanics of sudden virality. So how does this lightning strike moment actually happen? It usually starts when a creator uploads just another clip. But this time, the invisible code running the platform decides to pick it up and amplify it to the masses. Step 1, the algorithm notices you. Step 2, your audience size explodes overnight. You literally go to sleep with 10 followers and wake up with 10 million views. Step 3, the brands and the money arrive, and fast. Suddenly, teenagers are earning more in a month than their parents make in a year. But then comes step 4, the crushing pressure begins. Creators start mistakenly believing that this temporary massive wave of attention is a permanent, stable career. Section 3. The addiction to attention. The psychological trap. What's really fascinating here is the underlying psychology. Our brains simply weren't designed by evolution to handle millions of opinions arriving all at once, 24 hours a day. It completely short-circuits our neural wiring. And this brilliantly illustrates how it works. It is exactly like a casino slot machine. You pull the lever hoping for an unpredictable reward. On social media, creators are constantly swiping down, refreshing their notifications, hoping for unpredictable likes and chasing that next viral hit. These platforms basically hijack our dopamine response, trapping creators in an endless, anxious loop of seeking online validation just to feel okay. But what exactly is the algorithm rewarding to trigger that dopamine hit? Well, it isn't necessarily quality, truth, or even talent. No, the algorithm explicitly favors intense emotional triggers: anger, drama, fear, shock, and controversy. Why? Because social media platforms are businesses, and they profit the absolute most when users are glued to their screens. Extreme, polarizing content is just the most effective way to guarantee that attention. To keep feeding this relentless machine, creators are forced into a really tough spot. On screen, they have to project this happy persona, forced smiles, extreme energy, and a flawless life. But the exhausted reality off screen is entirely different. They're mentally drained, terrified of fading into irrelevance, and profoundly isolated. They essentially become loud, exaggerated caricatures of themselves, knowing that if they take a break or drop the act, they risk losing their entire income and identity.
Section 4. Outrage and Cancel Culture. The Turning of the Tide.
Now, the internet loves to build idols, but man, it has a dark, voracious appetite for tearing them back down. And the speed of it is horrifying. When a creator is propped up by the algorithm, the fall from grace isn't a matter of if, but when. On day 1, you're a viral superstar, universally adored. By day 3, a single mistake, maybe an old tweet or a misunderstanding taken out of context, resurfaces and goes viral. And by day 5, it is total mass cancellation. Millions of people can mob a creator in just a few hours. Public memory is incredibly short, but public judgment is intensely fierce and immediate.
That stark contrast, that whiplash, is enough to break anyone. One day, you're surrounded by cheering fans, worship, and rapidly rising subscriber counts. The very next day, your screen is flooded with hate comments, cancel hashtags, and public vitriol. This rapid flip from adoration to mass cyberbullying leaves these completely unprepared creators emotionally shattered, often sitting all alone in the suddenly empty luxury homes their fame bought them.
Section 5. The reality of being forgotten. The quiet aftermath. So, the crucial point is this. Once the mob moves on, the flashing lights turn off. The internet's anger fades, but so does its interest. The harsh reality is that even at the height of fame, maybe only 10% of an audience are truly loyal fans. You've got about 30% who are just casual viewers, and a massive 60% are already waiting to move on to the very next trend. The internet is a machine that constantly demands fresh entertainment. As a result, the original creators' views plummet, the sponsorships dry up, and their relevance vanishes almost as quickly as it arrived. And this leads us to a pretty profound realization. The hardest moment for a viral star isn't becoming famous, it's becoming forgotten. When a creator has tied their entire personal identity and self-worth to their online fame, losing that attention literally feels like ceasing to exist. It breeds this profound loneliness. And we often see this result in desperate, sometimes really embarrassing attempts at clickbait, just to feel visible to the world once again. If there is one thing you take away from this explainer today, let it be understanding the human cost behind the screen. Fame is not happiness. Views are not love. Followers are not true friendship. Internet attention is highly conditional and it is entirely temporary. The algorithm doesn't love you. It only loves the engagement you provide. And in a system built on endless scrolling, absolutely everyone eventually gets replaced. The internet can make you famous overnight, but it can forget you just as fast. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to reflect on regarding our own digital habits. When the screen finally turns off, who are you really? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.